Ladies and gentlemen, MicroStrategy is continuing to buy Bitcoin, and you will not believe the amount that they are paying for it. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary gives us some interesting insights into what he would do if crypto regulation was opened up. We have some interesting things going on for VeChain. VeChain is probably going to be a great project because they continue to just completely blow me away with the partnerships they make. The amount of good things that the companies that use them have to say is absolutely amazing. Winklevoss twins, they give us some insights into what other altcoins they're looking at other than just Bitcoin and proclaim that they are not Bitcoin maximalists. Probably our biggest piece of news for the day, Novati partners with Ripple to fast track growth in Southeast Asia. So yet another partnership for Ripple, and this one is pretty big. We'll also go over some G7 stuff, and we'll go over some interesting things. I was served this PayPal ad, which I thought was pretty interesting to say the least. With that said, we're just going to hop right into it because as you can see, we have a decent amount of things to go over today. If you guys are frequent viewers of the show and you like to show some support, then tap that like button, turn it blue, and that helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm. So again, thank you guys for all of your support. We've also just hit 13,000 subscribers, so that is absolutely amazing. And also remember, guys, that we do have a theta.tv. So if you're looking for a different platform to view my content on other than YouTube, then go and check me out on Theta. It is one of the links in the description. You can go and you can check me out. You can follow me there. I will be uploading all of my videos from YouTube to Theta. So let's get into it. MicroStrategy, Bitcoin buying spree continues. The company now owns $783 million in crypto, specifically Bitcoin. After purchasing more than $425 million worth of Bitcoin, business intelligence company MicroStrategy has bought more Bitcoin worth $50 million as part of the company's capital allocation strategy. So remember, their Bitcoin strategy is taking all of the money that they had in reserves for their company and all the money that they had in their reserves, they were being stored as US dollars, and instead they are making their reserve asset Bitcoin instead of those US dollars, which I think is a genius move. So MicroStrategy has purchased approximately 2,574 Bitcoins. Keep in mind, these are additional Bitcoins because they already bought 525 million before. They've bought even more after that, but this most recent buy, right? Approximately 2,574 Bitcoins for $50 million in cash in accordance with its treasury reserve policy. Now, get this, guys. They paid an average price of approximately $19,427 per Bitcoin, and they now hold approximately 40,824 Bitcoins in total. Now, I am just completely blown away at the price level that MicroStrategy is willing to buy, and not even like they're just getting their feet wet, right? They're going all in, like $50 million in cash at an average price of 19,427 Bitcoin. Is that not absolutely insane? Let me know in the comments, do you guys have a better buy-in than MicroStrategy? I think most of us have bought cheaper Bitcoin, right? If you've bought Bitcoin under $19,400, you have a better buy-in than MicroStrategy. So think about that. You got in on lower prices. Let me know in the comments if you have bought Bitcoin, if you have your average buy-in as less than MicroStrategy. I think for most people, especially with where we are right now, right? Bitcoin hasn't had much trading time up here in the $19,000 range, despite us being up there for the past week or so. We don't have that much trading activity. So I think most of us are in a much better position in terms of a better buy-in, a better entry into Bitcoin. Now, this is also very interesting. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary, as we know, this guy is so flip-floppy, but Kevin O'Leary is ready to put 5% of his portfolio in an SEC-approved Bitcoin ETF, but you'll never guess the reason as to why, right? Why would he want to do this? So let's get into it. So Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary, also known as Mr. Wonderful, is ready to put 5% of his investment portfolio in a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's kind of like what Grayscale does, right? They have Bitcoin and different trusts and ETFs and things like that. So that is approved by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Long known as a Bitcoin skeptic, O'Leary is worried about Bitcoin's volatility and wants regulators to be comfortable with it before he jumps in. The clarity and the regulations that we need to come into the space before we'll see more people get into it. And O'Leary literally confirms that, right? Is one of those people who he's worried. He says he's worried about Bitcoin's volatility and wants regulators to be comfortable with it before he jumps in. And that's a lot of big money players, right? They don't want to jump in without clear guidance. So he told CNBC in May last year that Bitcoin was worthless and a useless currency, stating that to him it's garbage because you can't get in and out of it in large amounts. And believe it or not, before that, way before that, when Bitcoin was at a very low price, Kevin O'Leary was saying good things about Bitcoin. So this guy is very, very flip-floppy. He claims he only owns a little bit of Bitcoin, but I think he owns much more. He probably just owns it on a personal level. And before he jumps in with, 5% of his net worth, he wants that regulatory clarity, right? Because obviously, if you bought Bitcoin when it was, under $100 or even in the hundreds of dollars range, I mean, you were really just gambling at that point, right? Like you were betting that, hey, maybe this Bitcoin really does have something to it, but you didn't know for sure, right? Nobody was going all in. I mean, I'm sure some people were, but you're definitely your professional investor, right? Someone who's really has been in the space for a while, doesn't gamble, right? Is a professional investor. They're not going all in on Bitcoin when it was a couple $100 and had barely any price history, right? You're putting in a small speculative amount. So he says, when I can get this thing regulated so that I can put millions of dollars into it and know that I'm not off the side in any way, I'm not breaching anything, and it will be stable. He affirmed, if that was the case, if tomorrow morning we woke up and the SEC said you can create an ETF with Bitcoin and we think Bitcoin is a legitimate payment system and store of wealth, not only would it go up, but you'd have a lot of people like me investing in it. So I see tons of comments, guys, of you guys saying, if we do get regulatory clarity, is the price going to go up? And personally, I've always said, yeah, I think that's, regulatory clarity is something we've been waiting on for a while. I don't think it's going to be anything to, roll your eyes at when it actually comes out. And Kevin O'Leary is kind of confirming that. Again, Kevin O'Leary as a source, again, the guy is very flip-floppy, but I do think he has a point here, and I do think he is being serious, because this is my way of thinking. This is how my way of thinking has also been. So he says you'll have a lot of people like me investing into it, and that it would go up. He also elaborated on that. He said, I'd say, okay, I'm going to give it a 5% weighting, so I don't really want a significant portion of my portfolio having that amount of volatility, but 5% of your portfolio, if you have money like Kevin O'Leary, we are talking millions and millions and millions of dollars, which is very, very crazy. And he's even saying, Kevin O'Leary's opinion, if we get regulatory clarity, he's expecting price to go up, and he's expecting people like him to start buying it. And Brian Brooks, right? Brian Brooks has said 6 to 8 weeks. Again, I'm not holding my breath on that, but that is what Brian Brooks has said. And it seems like Kevin O'Leary here, he's kind of priming, right? He's almost like getting himself ready, but also getting ready to have people know that, hey, he's going to be buying Bitcoin, right? If we get regulatory clarity, Kevin O'Leary is willing to put millions of dollars into Bitcoin. Really, really insane, guys, and some really bullish news. And we also have some cool things for VeChain. So VeChain has been successfully tapping into the potential of the transformation facilitated by the pandemic. The community are able to see that VeChain is literally connecting the entire supply chain of the world. The U.S. seafood market is undergoing a food safety transformation. However, they have been facing problems with the mislabeling of imported seafood products, and also they are not sure of the kind of preparation process taking place. The FDA have provided guidelines for customers, asking them to acquire safe food, and as a part of doing that, has required them to label the containing information about details ranging from harvest, processing, and certification. Now, this is really interesting, guys. So the VeChain toolchain is the chosen tool used by No Seafood to improve the strategy of connecting farmers directly with consumers by making use of blockchain technology. Now, that's pretty interesting, guys, because remember on yesterday's video, we were talking about, on this video right here, we were talking about Stellar and how farmers and agricultural companies are using the Stellar blockchain. So remember, we were talking about, this is so much bigger than just cryptocurrencies that go up in value. Who would have thought that this type of stuff is going to be used in agriculture? Now we're seeing the VeChain toolchain being used to track seafood, right? So this is now obviously VeChain is a bit of a different project, right? We knew it was for traceability, but again, it just kind of goes to reiterate the point that crypto is so much bigger than we're even thinking it's going to be, right? Take however big you think crypto is going to be, and probably 10x that, and that's probably still thinking too small. Again, these cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology is going to fundamentally change the way we live our lives. So it's being reported the VeChain toolchain, which allows blockchain technology to be deployed with the fastest lead time compared with any other platform in the industry. Okay, so the VeChain toolchain is the best platform in the industry as of right now. So if you're looking to invest into something that has to do with supply chains, VeChain is your best bet for sure, right? I don't know any other project that is even coming close to touching VeChain at this point in terms of a superior product, in terms of connections and partnerships. VeChain is definitely at the top of this. VeChain is already well established as the solution to improve global food safety. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys own VeChain? Are you bullish on it? I remember when VeChain was sub a penny, I would talk about it on this channel and I would have so many people hating on it, telling me that the partnerships were fake, yada yada. But now it is very clear to see that VeChain does not have fake partnerships, and that's why it's so important, guys, to do your own research. Because I remember I was getting so many comments from people telling me I was stupid, telling me I don't know what I was talking about, telling I'm leading people into a scam. But you know, I did my research, and hopefully you guys do too, right? And that is the importance of it, because if you go in YouTube comments, you listen to videos, you look at forum posts, whatever it is that you do, you're going to see a lot of people that are just wrong, right? There's always people that are right, but there's a lot of people that are wrong, and that's why it's so important you do your own research so you can pick the real winners in this space. We also have the Winklevoss twins. They're proclaiming that they're not Bitcoin maximalists, and they give us a few other coins they're tracking in the space. So on their Bitcoin position, they say, I think for the store of value piece of the puzzle, I think it's Bitcoin's to lose. There may be a silver to Bitcoin's gold, but I don't think there are generally multiple stores of value. So as far as a store of value, they are Bitcoin maxi, right? They don't think a different cryptocurrency could be a store of value. I think Bitcoin's going to win that. They say, however, we also hold Ether in other cryptocurrencies, and we're very bullish on Ethereum and the DeFi projects that have been built on top of Ethereum and much of what's going on there. Cameron also mentioned Filecoin. They say Filecoin's a new coin that just launched, and it's a decentralized data storage network. So think of Amazon S3, centralized storage bucket, or Microsoft Azure. Filecoin is basically unbundling and decentralizing that, just like Ethereum is a decentralized operating system in the cloud, and Bitcoin is obviously decentralized digital gold. So yeah, guys, Filecoin, for those of you who don't know, they had a pretty wicked rally, right? They went up pretty high, and they have since pulled back. It's basically consolidating right now, but pretty much what Cameron Winklevoss said is correct, right? Filecoin is basically decentralized data storage in its most simplest sense. We're not going to get too much on it because I can make an entire video going over Filecoin. So if you want, again, guys, do your own research. But that's what the Winklevoss twins are basically holding, right? So they're holding Bitcoin, they're holding Ethereum, they are holding ERC20 DeFi tokens. They didn't get into the specifics, but they're bullish on DeFi tokens built on Ethereum, and they're bullish on Filecoin. So that's the information we got out of them. If you guys are enjoying the video, then make sure you drop it a like. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm picking this up and showing it to more people. I very much appreciate all the support that you guys are showing. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be notified every single day that I upload. I produce a video like this daily going over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space to try and keep you up to date. Keep in mind, none of this is financial advice. I'm just documenting the daily news and this crypto bull run. Your crypto prices for the day: you have Bitcoin at 19,000, Ethereum at 588, XRP at 60 cents, $82 Litecoin, $282 Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink at $12.99, Cardano at 15 cents, Stellar at 16 cents, and let's check out VeChain because we did just go over VeChain. So VeChain as of right now is 1.8 cents. All right, wasn't expecting that. It is up 21% on the 7-day. Personally, guys, a lot of people ask me as well, what do you think of VeChain? I think VeChain is a great project. Again, we kind of just went over it, but there's nobody else in the crypto space who really has a hold over VeChain. VeChain is basically leading the charge in terms of supply chain management, tracking, logistics, things like that. They have a partnership with Walmart China. They've already performed very well. If you were buying VeChain at under a penny, I mean, you are in profit. You are in great profit. And I don't see why VeChain wouldn't continue to perform well, especially as the VeChain community continues to grow. Your Fear and Greed Index for today is sitting at 94. So we're still in extreme greed. We've been in these 90s for quite a while, or at least the extreme greeds for quite a while. And we also have a new Ripple partner, Navati, and they're partnering with Ripple to fast track growth in Southeast Asia. So the digital banking and payments group Navati, or NOV, has partnered with global payments company Ripple to target the Southeast Asia market. Navati's customers will gain access to RippleNet and the financial institutions that Ripple works with, such as American Express and MoneyGram. The companies will initially target transactions between Australia and Southeast Asia. They'll also aim for Navati to process Ripple's cross-border payments into Australia, which may create a new revenue source for Navati's core payments processing business. Navati, for those of you guys who don't know, well, what is Navati? Navati is a digital banking and payments company that provides payment services, including card issuing, merchant acquiring, payment processing, and settlements, which supports the likely transition to a cashless economy. At least that's what they say, right? Hopefully we don't go completely cashless, because if we go completely cashless, where's our privacy? So Navati is incredibly excited to partner with Ripple, who are rapidly disrupting the global payments industry. This partnership will further increase Navati's competitiveness and provide our customers with access to new innovative payment solutions. And that is coming from the Navati managing director, Peter Cook. Additionally, Navati's customers will gain access to RippleNet, its capabilities, and the financial institutions that Ripple works with. In particular, and this is really cool, guys. So in particular, we look forward to working with Ripple to provide our customers with access to their exciting alternative financing solutions so that our customers can free up capital to focus on growing their business. And that really caught my eye. Free up capital. It begs the question, who are Navati's customers and what capital are they freeing up? Are some of their customers possibly banks? And do some of these banks possibly have a lot of capital tied up in, I don't know, Nostro Vostro accounts? Could that be an option, or am I connecting the dots a little too hard here? I think that this partnership is it's a pretty big deal, guys, right? It's definitely a pretty big deal in the fact that Navati's clients can now plug directly into RippleNet. I'm interested to really know who are Navati's clients, right? Are these some big names we're looking at? Because this is a way where a company could partner with Ripple without necessarily partnering directly with Ripple. Maybe I could do some digging on that. If you guys want me to try to dig up what I can find on who their clients are, I'll see if I can find anything. Just let me know in the comments below. And there's a lot of information I sift through daily, so if that is something that you guys would like me to try to dig up, then just let me know in the comments. If there's a bunch of comments asking for it, I'll definitely get around to it. Now we also have this coming from Reuters. So G7 finance officials back a need to regulate digital currencies. The finance ministers and central bankers from the group of 7 advanced economies strongly supported the need to regulate digital currencies. The U.S. Treasury Department said in a statement on Monday after a virtual meeting of the officials. The German finance minister, Olaf Scholz, expressed concerns about authorizing Facebook's Libra cryptocurrency. As we know, Facebook renamed their cryptocurrency Libra to Diem. And what he says is a wolf in sheep's clothing is still a wolf. It is clear to me that Germany and Europe cannot and will not accept its entry into the market while the regulatory risks are not adequately addressed. Now this, guys, is very interesting. He added, we must do everything possible to make sure the currency monopoly remains in the hands of states. The currency monopoly. The exclusive possession or control of the supply of or trade in a commodity or service. These guys are scared of Libra. Not only they're scared of Libra, they are scared of cryptocurrencies. Why? Because they just admitted that fiat currencies are a monopoly, and that monopoly is in the hands of the states, and they do not want to give up that power, that control. That is why it is so important that you take your money out of these fiat monopolies and move them into money that you own, right? Whether that's Bitcoin, whether that's XRP, whether that's silver and gold, whether that's bullets, whatever it is, take your money out of the system. That is the greatest protest that you guys can do. You guys really want to get these guys mad. You really want to protest against them. Take your money out of their system. Now, this was also very interesting. So PayPal, this is the ad I got on Twitter. It says PayPal touch-free payments now accepted at CVS stores nationwide. For those of you unfamiliar with CVS, I don't know if it's a global thing. I know they definitely have them here in the United States, but it's basically just a pharmacy store, and they sell other things as well. But check this out, guys. Like it's the QR code, right? You get your QR code, you can pay from a distance, right? Remember, how come we've been seeing these signs of stores that say, you know, please try not to use cash, but if you do use cash, use your exact amount, you know, pushing you into digital payments, right? Everybody's scared of cash because of all the germs that's on everything now, right? Everybody be very fearful of the germs that are on cash, but somehow these germs don't get on credit cards. But now you can scan your phone from a distance and you can pay at CVS stores nationwide, right? This is a start of truly, they truly want to get cash out of the system, have a truly digital economy. So obviously, you know, you hold your XRP, you hold your Bitcoin, everything like that, but also make sure you're holding either some type of privacy tokens, right? Make sure you're either holding Monero or Zcash, or make sure you're holding something like physical gold or physical silver, because I'm sure at some point you might need to make a payment for something that you might not necessarily need everybody to know about, right? So privacy tokens and physical gold or silver, physical things of value, that is something to get other than just your standard cryptocurrencies as well. But I thought this was very cool, guys. I think this is coming, right? It'll start at CVS, but it's going to expand and expand and expand. And keep in mind, what does PayPal do now? PayPal allows you to buy and shop with cryptocurrencies. So now you can have your cryptocurrencies right on PayPal, and I'm sure you'll be able to just scan them right here. So think about it, guys. PayPal already gives you cards. We already have debit cards and credit cards. So what is this for? This, to me, looks like it is specifically for crypto. Now, sure, you could send US dollars on it. I'm sure you'll be able to send US dollars from your phone as well. But to me, this looks like a straight up move, right? PayPal said you'll be able to shop with cryptocurrencies. This looks like the feature they need to allow you to shop with cryptocurrencies. With that said, guys, that is the video for today. Very, very bullish stuff coming out again today. We have bullish stuff coming out every single day. This news is compounding. Prices are going up. Everything is having a compounding effect right now. And honestly, guys, I'm excited. You know, Brad Garlinghouse said 2020 is the year of the digital asset. We're coming to the end of 2020 right now. We've already had some amazing price gains. You know, I don't know if we're going to be shooting up anymore by the end of 2020, but definitely we are positioned extremely well going into 2021. I'm so excited for 2021. I think we definitely have some great profitable years ahead of us when it comes to price appreciation on cryptocurrencies. With that said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, then hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll be notified every single time that I upload. You won't have to search my name up to see my content. YouTube will just hopefully put it in your timeline or give you notification, however it is that YouTube does it. And make sure you guys like the video, tap the like button, turn it blue. And with that said, I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.